The first book that I ever did, for some reason, continues to be a bestseller. It is used in a number of very fine music schools, and I keep just continually getting orders for it, which somewhat surprises me, but of course I'm pleased at that. It's a little book that was endorsed by Bud Herseth from Chicago Symphony and all, and actually came out in 1999. It's been reprinted over and over and over, and it's been reprinted again now. But the most important thing is that there are really 7 really major problem areas that I have allocated, that I've detected in really fine musicians. Somehow fine musicians seem to think that the problems crop up in the ones who aren't, and so they shouldn't be having it. Well, I can tell you as a physician that I get sick too, and doctors say, they shouldn't get sick. Well, those are all myths. Musicians have problems with their musicality as well. But there are 7 I want to mention just real quickly and suggest you pick up this little book. One is practice to note perfect every time. The more musicianship we have, the more likely we are to move off on our own and not go back to the rudiments. I know of players that go back to the beginning of our band, back to the beginning of St. Jacome, back to the beginning of Schlossberg, and these sorts of exercise books that help us to practice to note perfect every single time. And then we have a problem with posture and with breathing. And these things are easily correctable, but only if we're consciously aware of the need to make it right. Then dry mouth and wet mouth. Now there are answers for that. So if you have one of those problems, let me know. I'll happily give you some suggestions as to what will help. Tremors and body shakes. And I hear about musicians all the time that are getting onto Inderal and the other beta blockers. They talk about all kinds of medical and non-medical remedies. I'm not saying that's never necessary, but it is rarely necessary. Let me know. Most of the time I can offer suggestions to help you. So email me, let me know what's going on. Do my best to help you. Then a matter of being focused and have a vision of what you're playing. Do you know who wrote the piece? Why they wrote it? What was the message they were trying to send? Then you can get it in your own heart as to the message you want to send. Remember that the trumpet's like a megaphone. Just happens to have some valves. Or like a computer, garbage in, garbage out. The heart has to go in if a good message is going to come out. Some get sweats and chills. There are answers for that because there again, that's usually a matter of stage fright. But you can't become a good musician, a really outstanding musician, unless you're willing to tackle all these things. Then, of course, our bodily functions and how we're feeling that day. This is a good little book. It'll help you with that. I suggest, like they do at other places, you pick it up. Let me know if you need it. It can be available through Amazon too, but if you want to, drop me a little email. Let me know what the problem is, and perhaps I can be of a little more help to you. Have a good day.